Hello friends, this is Priyanka. Today we are going to solve a problem on polar plot for a given system. In this video we are going to understand how to draw polar plot on a graph paper with the help of suitable scale. Let us first understand what is the given system. G of s, h of s is equal to 500 divided by s, s plus 6, s plus 9. Now this given transfer function is in the pole 0 form. So we will convert this into sinusoidal transfer function. So how to convert? So we have to put s is equal to j omega. So when we put s is equal to j omega, that is g of j omega into h of j omega is equal to 500 divided by j omega plus 6, j omega plus 9. Now for this transfer function we will first find out magnitude and phase angle. So how we will find out the magnitude? So I will take modulus. So modulus of g j omega into h j omega is equal to. Now if we observe here how many j omega terms are there? 1, 2, 3. So for these 3 terms we have to take square and square root at the same time. So here effects will remain same. So if I take for this j omega terms only, we have to apply this rule. So 500 divided by. Now if I take square root of j square omega square. So here j means what? J means under root of minus 1 and j square is equal to minus 1. But here we have taken modulus. So we will ignore this minus 1 because if I take modulus then it will become plus 1. So here under root of omega square, that means omega. So I will write simply omega. Now we will move for the second term. So for the second term also I will take square root and square. So here also same rule is applied for this j square, that is j square is equal to minus 1, but because of this modulus this minus 1 will become plus 1. So what is here? That is the term that is omega square plus 36. And here third term is omega square plus 81. So this is the magnitude. Now we will calculate phase angle phi. So how to calculate phase angle phi? We will say that phi, which is equal to angle of g j omega h j omega. Now we have one rule, that is whenever our transfer function is in the form of j omega plus a divided by j omega plus b. So here this j omega term is in the numerator. So how we can write here? Plus tan inverse of omega by a. Now if we observe, this j omega is imaginary part and this a is real part. Now here j omega plus b is in the denominator. So we will use here minus, that is we have to take minus sign, minus tan inverse of imaginary part by real part, that is omega by b. Now we have other rule, whenever there is j omega term is in the numerator or in the denominator. So I will write here whenever j omega is in the numerator or j omega is in the denominator. Or in the same way j omega square is in the numerator or j omega square is in the denominator. Then how we can select the angles? So whenever this term is in the numerator, that is here power is 1, we will take plus 90 degree. Here for denominator I will take minus 90 degree. Now whenever square is there I will take plus 180 degree and here I will take minus 180 degree. Now if we observe here, this term is in the denominator, this omega. So I will take minus 90 degree. So how we can write the angle, which is equal to, for this omega term I will take minus 90 degree. Now here imaginary part is omega, real part is this 36. So we will refer this transfer function. So if we observe here omega divided by 6, that is we have to take minus tan inverse because this term is in the denominator. So I will take minus tan inverse of omega by 6. So this term is also in the denominator. So I will take minus tan inverse of omega by 9. So this is the magnitude and this is the phase angle. To draw the polar plot on graph paper, we have to take different values of omega, and at that values of omega we have to find out what is the magnitude as well as phase angle phi. So if we take value of omega, that is equal to 0, then 500 divided by 0, that is this magnitude is equal to infinity. And when we put here for the phase angle phi, omega is equal to 0, then minus 90 minus tan inverse of 0 by 6, that is tan inverse of 0 minus tan inverse of 0. So here tan inverse of 0 is equal to 0. So what is the phase angle phi? That is equal to minus 90 degree. Then we will take any random value, that is I will take here 0.4. So when we put omega is equal to 4, then what is the magnitude? Magnitude is 23.7. And when if we put omega is equal to 0.4 here, then we will get the phase angle phi, that is equal to minus 96.35 degree. So in the same way we have to calculate here 0.8, that is 11.4275 minus 102.67. Then for omega is equal to 1, magnitude 9.07, angle minus 105.8. Then for omega phi 1.2436, and here minus 158.86. Now if we observe at omega is equal to phi, here the value is 1.2, that is it is near to the 0. So I will directly take after phi omega is equal to infinity. Then when we put omega is equal to infinity, then what is the magnitude? So 500 divided by infinity, that is equal to 0. And what is the phase angle phi? That is minus 90 minus tan inverse of infinity by 6. So tan inverse of infinity is plus 90. So here minus 90 minus, here already minus sign is there, so this value is plus 90. So minus 90 minus 90 minus 90, that is equal to minus 270 degree. So we will refer this table and we are going to draw the polar plot on the graph paper. This is the graph for the polar plot. Now we have to first show magnitude as well as phase angle on this graph. So how to show? So for this phase angle, we have to start from this 0. So on this horizontal line, we will show angle 0. Then if we move in anti-clockwise direction, here is plus 90 degree, plus 180 degree, plus 270 degree, and so on. Now how to show negative angle? So for that, here is 0 degree. Now we will move in the reverse direction. Here is minus 90 degree, minus 180 degree, minus 270 degree, and so on. Now if we observe the magnitude varies from 0 to infinity. Minimum magnitude is 0 and maximum magnitude is 23.7. So we have to take care that all the magnitudes can be shown within this graph. So for that I will select here the smallest circle as a circle of unity. Now this will depend on the what is the maximum magnitude. So we have to cover for this magnitude, that is equal to 23 dB. So the smallest circle is known as the unity circle, and I will show here the magnitude 1. Then 1. Then for the next circle, I will select the gap for 2 dB. That is for the next circle, what is the value for the magnitude? That is 3 dB. Then for the next circle, here the value is 5 dB. So I have shown the magnitudes for the alternate circles. That is after 5, here is 7, then 9, then 11, then 13, and so on. So here for this circle, magnitude is 21 dB. Now, remember one thing, that is when we have to select points, we have to start from 0 to infinity. And then we have to join the lines. Here for the magnitude 0, what is the angle? Angle is minus 270. So minus 270 degree line is here, and on this line we have to select the point for magnitude 0. So magnitude 0 means what? This is the point of origin which is having the magnitude 0. So we will select here the point. Now we will move for the next. So for the next, magnitude is 1.24. So for this 1.24, angle is minus 158. So minus 158. Now if we observe, here is the angle minus 90 degree. Now each line is representing the gap for 5 degree. So this total gap is 15 degree. So here we can say that total gap is 90, 100, that is 10 is getting completed, and now 105 degree is there. So this gap is 105. Then if we add again 15 degree, that means 105 plus 15, that is 120. So this line is representing minus 120 degree. Then again this line will minus 135, and then here minus 150. So after minus 150, we have to select 158. So the smallest distance is for 5 degrees. So here is minus 155, and after we have to move for 3 lines. So here is 158. Now we will choose the magnitude as a unity. That is, this is the unity circle. So on this line, we will select here. So we have to move within this line, and we will select here one point. So this point is having the angle minus 158 degree and magnitude unity. Now next magnitude is 9.07. So we will select as a magnitude 9. So if we observe, this whole circle is known for the magnitude 9. So on this magnitude 9, what is the phase angle phi? That is 105. So if we observe here, after 90, here is 95, then 100, and here is 105. So 105.8. So we will take here the 105, approximately 106 degree. We can take, or we can simply take 105 degree. So within this line, we have to choose the point with magnitude 9. So here is the circle with magnitude 9. So this point is also getting selected. Now we will move for the next, that is magnitude 11, and angle is minus 102. So after 9, the next circle with magnitude 11. So this is the circle with magnitude 11, and what is the angle? That is 102. So 102, that means after 90, here is the line with 95, then 100, and after 100 we have to select the two numbers, that is the smaller lines are with two lines. We will select here the number, that is 102. So this point is also getting selected. Now magnitude is 23.7. So here is the outer circle with having magnitude 21, and after that here is 23. So we will select here the approximate magnitude, that is 23, and angle is minus 96. So remember, here is angle minus 90, and this gap is for 5 degree, that is minus 95, and then we have to select 96. So here is the 96. So I will choose this point. Now we have to join all these points. Now what about the infinity? So here magnitude is infinity for the angle of minus 90 degree. So we will choose here one other points that is nearest to this line. We will extend this line. Here I will choose one point, and that will move to infinity. So we have to join all these points starting from magnitude 0 up to magnitude infinity, and we have to show direction also that will move from this magnitude 0 towards the infinity, and our polar plot is getting completed.